What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Life with J-Less YouTube video. My name is Jonathan, and in today's video I'm bringing you guys my brand new 2026 Kawasaki Ninja 500 in lime and black finish. I'm gonna walk you guys over some of the modifications I've done to the bike, how it feels, if it's beginner friendly, should you guys start lower, should you start higher, what are my thoughts on this bike. I've owned it for about a month now, but right around 1,300 miles, and so far I've been having a blast in this. I don't feel like I need to upgrade anytime soon. I feel like it's plenty fast enough, but those are all stuff we're gonna get later into the video. So without that said, let's get straight into this. Quick walk around on some of the mods that I've done. Down here by the radiator, I have a radiator guard all up in there. I don't know how well you guys can pick it up in the video. I'll make a separate video kind of explaining all the mods and stuff. But yeah, this is just a quick rundown. I also have the domino grips finished in lime green to match the rest of the bike. I have a Leo Vins Corsa exhaust. It sounds amazing. I'm really happy with it. And I have a tail tidy kit that I ordered off of Amazon, really cheap, for like 40 bucks, and just installed. I actually just did that today. So, and then a foam mount. I feel like it's very necessary if you're gonna be riding every day. But yeah, with all that said, let's get straight into riding. All right, let's go. But yeah, man, getting straight into this, I feel like the number one question is, how is it for a beginner bike? And that is the very first thing I want to touch on, because I hear a lot of people talk smack about the 500. Oh, you're gonna outgrow the power really quick. Even some really experienced riders will be like, you're gonna outgrow the power really quick. And honestly, that's true in some cases, and I kind of want to go over the cases, starting with, if you're somebody who's had a lot of experience on fast vehicles. I'm talking about fast cars. Your whole life you've been around quick cars and stuff. You might get used to the power on this pretty quickly. However, that's not the case with the Ninja 500 most of the times. Most of the times, people who get this bike are people who want to switch completely just from cars to motorcycles in general, for like daily commutes, because they want to start getting into motorcycles, and eventually they want to start going faster and they want to go to the track, or whatever your purpose may be. But normally people that get into the Ninja 500 don't have a lot of time in fast vehicles. So what that means is that the power of the Ninja 500 is gonna feel plentiful when you first start out. When you first start getting into the Ninja 500, especially coming from some sort of vehicle, it's like a slower car or something, you're gonna notice that the Ninja 500 has plenty of power. Plenty of power. I mean, the dang thing does 0 to 60 in like the low 4 seconds, high 3 seconds, if you can get really good at launching it. I'm not really good at launching the damn thing yet, so I'm still like in the mid 4-second range whenever I launch it. That is still stupidly fast when you compare it to pretty much anything else on the road. Because even if you compare it to another car, something fast like the 5.0 or a Scat Pack or something like that, you know, one of the big V8s, the Ninja 500 does the same 0 to 60 time as cars that are worth $50,000. The Ninja 500's got plenty of dang power, man. It's like I was saying, it keeps up with the V8s up to like 80 miles an hour, a little less, up to like 60. And it depends on how they are with their car and how good of a driver they are. You might actually beat them how good of a rider you are at first, getting up to speed. So that's just something to keep in mind. This bike has enough power in second gear. If you're like doing less than like 30 miles an hour and you just get on it in second gear and your tires are not properly warmed, like you just got out the house, you've been riding for like 10 minutes and, you know, low speeds riding and so on and so forth, you will spin the heck out of the damn tires. So So that's something to keep in mind with the Ninja 500. The clutch on this bike is pretty light, so as a daily bike, you're not going to be struggling a whole lot. The riding position is pretty upright, it's pretty nice. I find myself riding for hours, and I don't really get tired of riding this motorcycle. It feels pretty natural. Another thing that I will say is it's so light for a motorcycle. Like, it's so light. I believe it's around 370 pounds. Don't quote me on it. I'll put it on the screen somewhere how much it actually weighs. But it's so light for a motorcycle. Like, look at this. You can just toss it around and have fun with it, and it's so fun. It really is so fun to ride around, and for a bike to learn, this is great. It genuinely is a wonderful motorcycle to learn on. Kawasaki also has this thing called a positive neutral finder on most of their modern motorcycles, which means that if you pull up to a red light, you won't have to be just sitting there struggling trying to find neutral, and you know, making it even worse. Because whenever you're first starting out, if you can't really find neutral, on top of the fact that you're just trying to not stall it, you also, you know, it's kicking on the damn shifter, trying to find neutral, it could be overwhelming. Like, all those things can be really overwhelming. So the fact that, look, I'm in first gear right now, it don't matter how hard you kick up, you just go kick up, is already in neutral. It will always land in neutral. So that's another beautiful thing that this motorcycle has. The friction point, it's really easy to navigate through the friction zone. It's very predictable. The motorcycle in general is very predictable. If it feels a bit cheapish, but not unsafe. I've heard some people say that at speeds this motorcycle is not necessarily safe. Like, it wiggles too much and it vibrates too much. I don't know if that's true. Vibrations, like handlebars and stuff, that's gonna be normal. It's a damn motorcycle. You're gonna feel a lot of vibrations, obviously, the higher speed you go, the higher up in the speed you go. But it doesn't really feel unsafe. If anything, it feels pretty predictable, very manageable at higher speeds. And look, it's got plenty of power. So look, I'm about to kick up to 5th gear at 50 miles an hour, and I'm just gonna roll on the throttle. Look, watch how fast it's gonna look. 65 already. It's got plenty of passing power without having to kick down constantly on the shifter and having to go. If you just need a little bit of power to just kind of like get up and go, then this motorcycle has plenty of power to get you up and going. The seat is a little bit uncomfortable, I will say. The stock seat is a little bit uncomfortable, especially if you're a bigger fellow like myself. I'm 6'1", like 250-ish. And it is just a little bit uncomfortable. It is just a little bit uncomfortable. Like, if you ride on it for a long time, the one thing that, especially if you're not used to it at first, the one thing you are gonna find yourself complaining about a little bit is that your butt is gonna be hurting, because it is just a tad uncomfortable. All right, we're gonna go for a little pull here, merging onto the Highway 90. Again, people like to say, no, it's not fast. Like, yeah, man, you're talking about a 500, man, and it's not really even a 500. It's a 450cc motorcycle, and it still puts those 0 to 60 numbers this quick. Like, it's actually kind of crazy how, like, far gone people are nowadays when they talk about speed. And, like, I know, what's a new term, speed inflation or whatever, that people genuinely believe that 0 to 60 in 4 seconds is slow. Like, that's actually crazy. But don't worry about it. If you're somebody who's first starting to get into motorcycles and you genuinely want something to have fun in, and something that you can enjoy, and that you are gonna have plenty, trust me guys, you're gonna have plenty of power from a 500. You're not gonna be here and don't get a 500 thinking you're gonna be racing people and you're gonna be beating 5.0s and all that stuff just because I say you have similar 0 to 60 times. No, you'll keep up with those what's considered by today's standards the quicker cars. But you got plenty of power. Don't let people talk you into getting a faster bike that you don't really need. The number one mistake, and this is something that I've learned pretty quickly because it's been humbling, whenever I thought I was ready to do something and then I actually tried doing it and then the bike kind of humbled me, you don't need to buy a bigger bike. You need to learn your motorcycle, especially when you're first starting out. You need to learn your motorcycle. You need to make sure that you can handle all of your motorcycle before you start looking for something elsewhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and merge up here onto the Grand Parkway, or tollway. It's a pretty fast, high speed road. I believe speed limit is like 70 or 75 or something like that. And we're gonna get it up to speed and then just kind of walk you guys, like talk you guys through how it feels at speed. All right, let's go. And let's start checking for traffic. There's a truck coming and then we should be good. Okay, after the truck. Send it after the truck. So third gear, 40 miles an hour. Just like that, we're doing 80. I'm telling you guys, don't believe the social media. Don't believe all these TikTok kids who are gonna tell you that your bike is their 500, doesn't have enough speed for the road. They're gonna get you. Again, they're going to try to convince you that you need a bigger bike and you're gonna hurt yourself really bad on a bigger bike. Start with something you can handle at first, and believe me, the Ninja 500 has plenty of power to keep you having fun for a while. Highway riding is actually kind of nice. It's comfortable. Like I said before, it doesn't feel unstable. It feels pretty good. It feels like I could do this for a while. I'm here sitting around 75, 80-ish miles an hour, and I'm not getting a lot of vibrations through the handlebars. Also, I'm not gripping them super tight. I know that's something beginners tend to do. Guys, just light on the handlebars, please. You're just gonna hurt yourself a lot more, literally, if you're gripping them super hard. I know it could be nerve-wracking. That's kind of something you have to keep in the back of your mind. Something you gotta keep in the back of your mind, and keep reminding yourself, easy on the handlebars, because if you just death grip the heck out of the handlebars, not only are the hell of vibrations gonna come through your hands, and they're gonna feel all tingly at the end of the ride, but you're also, if you need to make like quick maneuvers like this, it's gonna be very hard to turn and, you know, dodge. So easy on the handlebars. Another thing that I want to touch on is the rear brake. When I first started, if there's any experienced riders in the comment section, please let me know and help out the younger guys, the guys that are newer than me. The rear brake, this right here, this front brake, this is your main brake. Obviously, I feel like that should be pretty common sense, but this is something that we all are used to. If you've ridden a bicycle before or anything, and even if you haven't, I feel like it's pretty like just nature to want to grab this brake, like this front brake, because that's just your brake. The rear brake is something, especially for stuff like this, when you're lane filtering at lower speeds. If you want to not drop your motorcycle, the best thing I can recommend to you is get used to your rear brake. In the very first 30 or 40 miles when I had the bike, I only used the rear brake. It sounds crazy. That's something you never want to do, but in order for me to get used to it, that's what I had to do. That's what I felt like I had to do to get used to it, and that's all I did. I got out onto the road within like the first 10 miles. I got the friction zone down pretty good. I got used to how I'm making it go really quick, and I started going onto the road. And for the first 30 to 40 miles, without not joking, all I used was the rear brake, because that's something that was new to me. That's something that I needed to get used to. And every time I was stopping, at first I found myself, hey, I gotta grab the brake, and then I was like, no, rear brake. Kept having to talk to myself, no, rear brake, get used to the rear brake. And that is gonna be the thing that helps you the most on low speed maneuvers. That's gonna be your best friend, and also so you don't drop your dang bike. Another great thing about the Ninja 500 is the gas mileage. I get like 65 miles per gallon, and I actually kind of push my bike every now and then. I get like between 60 to 65 miles per gallon. With 10 bucks, I fill up my gas tank, and it's great. I ride for like around 200 miles, give or take, and before I have to fill up. So 10 bucks gets me around 200, 180-ish to 200 miles of range. That's a pretty good damn deal, man. If you're planning on commuting with this motorcycle, the pump is gonna be real. You're gonna be real happy at the pump. It's gonna be real nice to you, because it's just hella economical, man. Alright, I gave you guys plenty of talk. I feel like it's time to go have a little fun now. Show you guys, push it around a little, show you guys that is something that you can have some fun in. Around turns, always look where you want to go. Alright, let's do a quick pull here from second gear, like 30. This road, there's almost never anybody here, so alright, 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, you don't need anything faster than that, especially to start out. It's something you can have, again, plenty of fun in. It's very forgiving as well. I found myself with a hot hand at first. Obviously the concept of a throttle by hand, it was new to me. Never ridden a motorcycle before this one, and it's very forgiving. Like, you can mess up quite a bit and it won't punish you as bad as a higher CC motorcycle would. We can go right through here. Another beautiful thing, you can just lane split right past all the damn traffic, man. This way here. Those people get nervous when they see a motorcycle coming at them. So the Ninja 500, when it comes to being a beginner motorcycle, is great. It has plenty of power to have plenty of fun in, but it's also not too much power that is going to punish you in a very dangerous way if you were to make a mistake, which is something that's very common among us beginners. Number two, is very comfortable as a daily rider. It's very comfortable, very fuel efficient, so it's something that you will find yourself very satisfied with in those two aspects. And would I recommend it? I absolutely would recommend a Ninja 500 as your first bike. Not only, like previously stated, has plenty of power to have plenty of fun, it looks really good, and it's something that you're gonna find yourself genuinely pleased with. So if you're in the market for one of these, one thing I will say is go sit on them. Go to your dealerships, sit on them, try them all the beginner ones, the R3, the 500, even the 650, the Ninja 650. Go try them all out, sit on them, feel the weight under your legs, and then you make your choice. But I would definitely recommend a Ninja 500. So far, for the 1300 miles that I've had it, it's been a blast, and I'm going to continue to learn on it and continue to have fun with it. With all that said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I will definitely be bringing you guys more content on this specific motorcycle, more mods, more installs and stuff. But with all that said, thank you guys for watching my YouTube video. Have a wonderful day. Ride safe.